Hey guys, Justin here with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're talking about and installing the MSD StreetFire coil packs in black, available for your 2011 through early 2016 GT Mustang. Now, you should be checking out the StreetFires from MSD if you're looking for an aftermarket OE equivalent and don't necessarily need the extra firepower of MSD's more expensive blaster lineup. Now, when it comes to features, one needs to consider the different options or coils from MSD. Now, the StreetFires that we do have here on the table today, again, will be for the folks out there looking for a factory replacement or an OE equivalent coil, but would like to go with something aftermarket as opposed to sticking with something stock, and something that is gonna be from one of the most trusted names in aftermarket ignition. Now, output is gonna be similar to that of stock according to MSD in regards to total voltage, but that's not to say there are zero improvements over the stock coils with the StreetFires. In fact, far from it. MSD claims that they've made improvements to things like your winding materials and also overall efficiency to help improve your performance once installed. Now, quality and construction will certainly be on par with other MSD products here, including the blaster coils that we mentioned earlier, and that does include things like your factory style bodies here, OE style connector, and of course the improved internals that we talked about in our previous block. Now, finally guys, the coils are backed by a 1-year limited warranty just in case you should run into any issues. Now, price point for the StreetFires will be one of the big points of interest here, as they do hover in that very low $400 ballpark, which is gonna be about, I would say, 100 to 200 bucks less than the MSD blasters. So again, if you don't plan on running big modifications, big forced induction, and you just wanna stick with light bolt-ons, this is certainly an avenue to pursue that will be a little easier on the wallet. On the other hand, if you need the extra firepower from the more powerful blaster coils, well then you will have to spend a little bit more to get that. Install, according to the site, will get a soft 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, taking you about an hour to complete at absolute most from start to finish. But now, to give you a better idea of how this one will go down in the garage or driveway, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you will need a ratchet, extension, and an 8mm socket. What's up guys, today we're going to be installing some coil packs on our Mustang, so let's get started. So we're going to need to gain access to our coil packs, which are under these beauty covers. In order to do that, we're going to need to remove this side of our PCV valve. So we're going to go ahead and come to the clips here, and there's little tabs that you can push back with your finger, and then just pop the PCV valve off. And then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. And then we're just going to go ahead and pop these beauty covers right off. They just sit in little rubber dowels. You may need to take your oil cap off for this side. We'll go ahead and pop that off. Slide our beauty cover off. Now we're going to put our oil cap right back on because you don't want anything going down inside of your valve train that you really don't want to be in there, so we'll go ahead and get that back on. So now that we have access to our coil packs, we're going to first unplug them. We're going to do these one at a time, highly recommended that way. So we'll go ahead and pull back on our red safety tab, push down, unplug our coil. Then we're going to grab our 8mm socket and extension on our ratchet. Go ahead, get our bolt off. Make sure you don't drop your bolt down in your engine bay. Pull that out. Go ahead, pop our coil out. Now, like I said, we're going to do these one at a time. So now that we have this one out, we'll go ahead and install our new one and work our way around our engine. So now, while replacing your coils, as we're doing here, this would be a great time to go ahead and change out your spark plugs if you haven't done so. For demonstration purposes, we're not going to do that, but since we're going to be right there, this would be a great time to go ahead and do some maintenance or replace those, as they've probably been in for a while. So I would highly suggest that. Now we have our new coil here. We're going to set that right back down, seat that onto our spark plug. Make sure that gets nice and snug on there. Grab our 8mm bolt. Go ahead and get that started back in here. Grab our 8mm socket extension again on our ratchet. Go ahead and tighten this back down. Go ahead and plug our coil back in. Push our safety tab back in. Then you can go ahead and repeat this same process for your other 7 coils. Now once we have all of our coils on, we can go ahead and reinstall our engine beauty covers. Just slide these back into place. Get these back in their locators, give them a little push down. Then we can reinstall our PCV valves. Put those right back on. And again, for this side, we'll go ahead and pop our oil cap off just to make things easier. Slide this down into position. Back into its locators. A little push. PCV valve. Oil cap. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our MSD StreetFire coil packs in black finish for your 11 to early 16 Mustang GT. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.